What's going on, guys? Alex Gibson here. So the YouTube is making a comeback. It's been a long time since I've been on YouTube, but excited to bring it back. And we're about 10 weeks out from my next show. So we're going to turn my YouTube channel back into a little prep series for the next 10 weeks. And my goal is to put out at least one episode per week. So this is just my statement, putting it out there to hold myself accountable with it. But also really do want to commit to YouTube. It has been something that I've been kind of putting on the back burner with other business projects, but want to get back into it. So if you're new here, like I said, my name is Alex Gibson. I'm an IFBB pro in men's physique. I was a Division I football player at Columbia University where I graduated back in 2020, and I'm an online fitness coach. So I've helped over 600 men. And most of the men that I work with, by the way, are busy professionals. So people who are, working extreme, either 9 to 5 plus jobs. I say plus because they work more than 40 hours per week typically, or they're people who are business owners. So my youngest client ever was 18, oldest was, approaching 70, but regardless, love what I do on a daily basis. So today is Monday, and it's check-in day for my coach. I work with Dynamite D. Awesome guy. Been working with him for several years now, and from the time we started working together back in 2023 to the time that I went pro was only about 8 months. So I started with him basically, I believe it was like December 2022 or January 2023, like right around that time frame I worked with him. And then we just finished off an off season for a couple more months, and we went straight to North Americans and we won that show and secured the pro card. So I'm going to show you guys what I do for check-ins, and you guys can let me know in the comments what you guys think about my current conditioning 10 weeks out. So weight this morning, we were sitting at about 207.5, and earlier this week I was sitting at about like 203.5, or I think about low 204. So weight is up a little bit, but followed the diet 100%. Got good sleep last night. Have had a really good last couple of days. And so I think I could be holding a little bit of water weight, a little bit of inflammation. My body's extremely sore right now. Got body work done yesterday from my guy Dwight, and then also just had a ridiculously crazy workout end of last week. I was training with Kai Green's training partner, and let me tell you, they do some insane exercises, and we're talking like extremely high reps, a ton of supersets. We literally started off with like 10 minutes of abs, and there was not a single rest period. It was like, I think like 600 reps of abs just straight. And so even just like taking those photos, my abs were just burning. They were hurting so bad. So I think I'm just holding a little bit of inflammation. I think my body needs a few more days, and then I should see my weight start to come back down. But weight cap for men's physique at the Pittsburgh Pro, which is a show that I'm doing here in 10 weeks, is going to be about 194 pounds. And so pretty similar weight to what I was when I went pro. I'll put photos up on the screen here of, this is what I looked like when I went pro. And I was about 190, I believe that day, the lowest I weighed in at my scale at my hotel was 192. And then we carved up in a little bit, but we will typically wait till after weigh-ins, as most people do, right? So we didn't really eat much. I think I had like one meal. And I was like barely drinking that much water just to like be sure I made weigh-ins, and then we just went ham with, jasmine rice, bacon, so a little bit of chicken. Typically when you're carving up, your protein's actually going to be lower. So, I wasn't doing like 6 to 8 ounces of chicken per meal. I was doing like 2 ounces, because protein's one of those things where it's awesome, right? But what I found is that people think that you can just have an unlimited amount of protein. And, you know, I talked to a guy the other day who was like, yeah, I'm consuming like 500 grams of protein, or it was like 400, and he weighed like 200 pounds. I'm like, dude, you don't need that much. Like, that's absurd. And I'm like, your digestion at some point, you might not be there quite at that threshold yet, but your digestion is just gonna get horrible. Because protein is hard to digest. Remember, it takes the most energy to digest because it has the highest thermic effect of food. So it does take a lot of digestive resources. So if your protein's like sky high, I mean, I usually cap out with my clients and with myself at about like 1.4 to 1.5 grams per pound, which even that, if you're eating that on a daily basis, you know that's a lot of protein. You know, my protein goal has been set close to 300 grams for a while, and like, I think about, you know, what I have to do to get there. You know, it's pretty, you know, it's at least like 3 scoops of protein powder, right? And then typically like 1.5 to 2 pounds of animal meat, and then a lot of carbs, and then you're getting like the trace proteins from those carbs, and that usually, you know, see that's like a lot of protein to consume. So I couldn't even like imagine that this guy who weighed less than me was like eating like an extra like 120 grams of protein versus what I eat on a daily basis. It's pretty insane. All right, so we're about to start our cardio, but before I do, gotta say that getting a treadmill for home has been one of the most convenient things I've ever done for myself to make my fitness journey easier, because I don't know about you guys, but I don't like wasting time and having to drive, you know, sometimes 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes to the gym and then back home later. It can just seem like a massive waste of time. So being able to do it in my living room is extremely convenient, and shout out to Costco. They were the plug on this treadmill. Got it for like $400 off for January. So January was like an insanely good time to buy new gym equipment. And so went ahead and picked up this NordicTrack treadmill. As you can see, we got Lainey in the background eating her breakfast. And yeah, so we're gonna get this cardio done because your boy's already hungry, and I also have to wait after due to the Yohimbine to make sure that it works perfectly. I need to wait till at least an hour or two after I finish my cardio to eat my first meal. My blood sugar is gonna be extremely low. And cardio is complete for the morning. So let's take a look at my workout stats. So let me flip the camera around. There we go. So 37 minutes, 2.63 miles, estimated calorie burns 500, but probably a little bit lower than that. So I'm gonna guesstimate around 400. We can see average pace per mile, 14:05, and then we were walking on an incline the entire time. Still not heading to the gym for a couple hours, but this is the gym fit today. We got the Jed North camouflage pants. Love these. Really, really sick camo. It's a unique colorway. Then we have this Jed North oversized tee. So usually always wear an oversized tee as a little pump cover for the gym. And then we have this tank top, which I'm not gonna show you now, but you guys will see it later during my workout. If you guys wanna shop any Jed North, highly recommend it. Great quality and very affordable prices. You guys can use my code ALEX15 for all of your jednorth.com orders. Time for meal one. It's been about an hour since cardio, so about to make my meal. So I'm gonna show you guys what I make. And at first you might think this is a weird combo, but hey, my coach put out my meal plan. I really enjoy it. It's grown on me. At first I looked at it, I'm like, what kind of meal is this? And then I'm like, all right, these things actually go together once you try it. Okay, so first up, we got 40 grams of oats. So we're gonna measure out 40 grams of oats. Let's zero the scale. Perfect, right there, 40 on the dot. We're on the last 2 eggs, guys. We went shopping yesterday and I forgot to get more eggs, but thank God we have 2 left because 2 is what we need. So now we're gonna use some protein powder. This is the Caged Whey Protein Isolate in the chocolate flavor. I'm more of a vanilla guy myself, not gonna lie. This is still a really good protein. I like the flavor, but more of a vanilla guy. We're just out of vanilla because anytime I get a tub of that in, I just use it nonstop until it's pretty much gone. And then I usually, have a couple other backup protein tubs. I think Lainey and I, we probably have like 10 protein tubs in our house. So we're gonna do 1 scoop of this. Cool, perfect, 1 scoop. Guys, so this is my pre-workout meal of choice. So I usually have a bagel. So we have a cinnamon raisin bagel today with some Laughing Cow cream cheese. So love this. It's only 25 calories. It's super easy to fit into a diet. And it still covers like your entire bagel on both sides just for one 25 calorie wedge. Then from there, have about 1.25 scoops of whey isolate as well. So getting some easy carbs in here through the bagel, and then we got a little bit of protein here as well through the whey isolate. So that's my pre-workout meal. Lainey, you want to tell them what you had for yours?
Well, I had beef and rice, but that is not my normal pre-workout meal.
Yeah, what's your normal pre-workout meal?
Cream of rice and protein, almond butter and salt. That's all.
Yeah, she's running upstairs for a call. But yeah, normally she does cream of rice. I do cream of rice too sometimes throughout the year, but got kind of burnt out with cream of rice. So we're putting that on the back burner for now. And the bagel has been my best friend pre-workout for a while now. We're going to the gym now, guys, and I'm going to take you guys along, and we're going to record this workout. So let's get after it. Serious question though, what do you guys think of these sneakers? I'm a huge sneakerhead, if you guys didn't know. I have like 60 plus pairs of shoes, a lot of them Jordans, Yeezys, etc. But these have quickly became some of my favorites because they're insanely comfy. And yeah, they kind of look like dad shoes, not gonna lie, but bringing these to the gym today, gonna wear these throughout my workout. And yeah, we don't got a dad bod, but we do got some dad shoes, so that has to count for something. And my Yeezy slides. If you guys don't have a pair of these slides, like I'm gonna put you guys on. These are the most comfortable slides that you can possibly buy. So get yourself some Yeezy slides, as I have that colorway, these, and yeah, I just love them. So before we get into the heavy pressing today, anything like that, warming up the shoulders, super important for any upper body workout, to be honest. Even if you're training back, still probably a good idea to stretch or do some light warm-up sets of some sort of movement to get your body just ready to perform at a higher level. So I like to start off with front raises and lateral raises typically on any push day, and I'll do that for 5 to 10 minutes. Just work up in intensity set by set before I go into any heavy pressing movements of any sort. All right, we got the shoulders pumped. Now it's time to go more into the chest movements that we're doing this workout. So, all right, next up, we're gonna do some pec deck flies. And this is gonna get me ready, get my chest pumped a little bit for my heavy pressing movement that I'm doing today. So what we're gonna do here is I want this more aligned with my upper chest. Upper chest is huge in men's physique. If you have it, it just makes your physique look that much more 3D and that much more impressive. So I want this more upper chest focused. So what we need to do here is we're gonna take this and we're gonna lower this down as far as possible. Let's see. All right, so yeah, looks like it's as low as possible. And all right, I'm gonna grip higher up because that's gonna help. I'm rotating my shoulders back, trying to keep the chest out. I'm gonna show you guys how I get down with this set. So this is our last set here, third set. So generally I like to go up and weight every single set, no matter the movement, just make it more difficult. And then from there, I like to push very, very close to failure. So
This is our last warm-up set here, so this is gonna be pushed to probably around like 9 out of 10 RPE, which would be reps in reserve of about 1, but we'll see. Sometimes I just get into a set and I just wanna keep going. So let's get after it. Notice how I'm really focusing on the squeeze as well as controlled eccentrics. So trying to fight the negative and not just let the weight control me.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so for our main pressing movement today, we're gonna do incline bench press, incline machine press, but just goes to show you don't necessarily need to do dumbbell presses, you don't necessarily need to do barbell presses to grow your chest. Quite honestly, my favorite variation is machine. I can just control it extremely well, can load a ton of weight, and so still a very effective movement for growing my chest in a little bit. But we're gonna try to get about 10 reps, 8 to 10 reps here with 3 plates, good control, and yeah, let's get it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's go 2 more. 9. Oh, that was not going up. We can go up a little bit more in weight because last set, like I said, felt pretty good. So we're gonna add a 10 to each side, and then from there, this is gonna be a fun set. So we're gonna go to failure. We're gonna rest 20 seconds. We're gonna go to failure again, rest another 20 seconds, go to failure once again. So we're doing a rest pause technique here is what this is called. So pretty much just AMRAP every single time. Take 20 seconds break, and we're gonna take 2 20-second rest periods. So I'll show you guys how to do it, but extremely effective, especially if maybe you're hitting a plateau and you haven't used this before. It can be a great way to increase volume in your session and then therefore cause your body to adapt to a little bit more intense stimulus. Six, 7. Ooh. All right, 20-second rest. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3. Another 20-second break, and with rest pause, you're not expected to get anywhere near the amount of reps you got initially, right? So I got like 8 reps, followed by 3. So I'm gonna try to get another 3 right here, which is gonna be a grind. So I'll give another 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2. Was pressing as hard as I could, and it was not budging. That's finally to finish off this machine. Let's do a back off set. So typically for back off set, increase the weight somewhere around like 30 to 40% reduction in weight from the top weight. So basically went down a plate and a 10 each side. And we're just gonna do as many as possible here. So this is a way to add more volume
while also not putting as much strain on your joints and ligaments, because as you can see, the load is reduced. So it should put less, less wear and tear on your elbow and things of that sort. But I love back offs, and something very common I found within bodybuilding training is back off sets. So this is going to be AMRAP, as many reps as possible. Let's get into it. Three. Seven. 8. 9. One more. One more. Ooh. All right, we got cable flies now, so we're gonna do 10 to 12 reps for 3 to 4 sets. We'll see how we feel towards the end, but I'm gonna do a 1 second pause in the fully stretched position. So research has been finding that the stretch position is extremely effective for growth. So if you're serious about that, you really have to make sure that you're feeling the muscles stretch, right? And a lot of times, so many people are focused on the squeeze, which is important, don't get me wrong, but the stretch, once I started to, slow down eccentrics, once I started to focus more on the stretch, I've seen my muscles grow a lot faster. So what I'm gonna do is gonna go right here. All right, so this is the fully stretched position, 1,000, out, fully stretched, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3. Eight. 2 more. 9. Ooh. You know how the saying goes, last set, best set. So we started off with 40s on each side, now we're up to 60s. I did this last set, pretty challenging weight, so honestly just gonna try to do the same number of reps, just control them better. One of my favorite chest finishers here, so we got chest dips. So instead of sitting complete upright like this, right, which is gonna work more your triceps, we're gonna have a forward lean so we can push through our chest. So here's a little bit shorter range of motion. I'm not letting my elbows come up as high. It's a little bit shorter range of motion than if I was sitting upright to do triceps. But big thing here is forward lean and really squeezing your bottom pec, so like your lower pec. Squeeze that as hard as possible each rep. So we just finished the main part of that lift. As you can see, it's a lot more chest focused than it was shoulder focused, but later on in the week, I do more of a shoulders focused secondary chest day. So I kind of do chest, shoulders, and then shoulders, chest. So the one that I denote first is going to be more of the primary. I didn't do a whole lot of shoulders. Might do a few more lateral raises here in a minute, but all my chest is still pumped when I go pose quick. And then I'm going to come back and do a few more lateral raises. Like I said. See some nice chest striations coming in there. Back to the front. All right, guys, and that's a wrap on the first video back. So I'm just gonna show you guys quickly before I wrap up this video what I'm eating post-workout. So I have 140 grams of rice, I have about 100 grams of green beans, and then I have about 6 ounces of top sirloin steak. And the sauce of the video goes to Yellowbird. So I'm gonna be showing you guys episode by episode one of my favorite sauces. This one we just found at Whole Foods called Yellowbird. It's a blue agave sriracha, super diet friendly, 0 calories per serving. Jade, get out of the way. I'm gonna introduce you to Jade. Jade's my lovely brown tabby kitty that I rescued about 2 years ago. So you guys will see her in future videos and on Lainey's channel. But appreciate all the support. Be sure to drop a like, a comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next one.